The grazing lands of the sheep are very favourable for the vultures. The large flocks spread out, at ease nearly alone in the countryside. Such nonchalance does not go unpunished. Should one of the vultures descend, then the others will follow. A sheep is not so much. In less than half an hour, only the skin and bones remain. After a little starter, it's back to the skies in search of further prey. If food is in short supply, the flock's course can extend as far to the south of the Iberian Peninsula. Portugal's coastline at the most southwesterly tip of Europe has been shaped by the Atlantic. On the one hand, into expansive beaches, and on the other, rock faces that have offered sturdier resistance. The spring can throw up some very stormy weather. At first glance, the stormy results of the weather seem repellent, but the rugged cliffs are popular. One of those, the kestrels, are only here for a break. Others want to start a family. White storks have built their nest directly above the surf. In their approach, they often have to prepare for some tricky winds. It is one of the most unusual breeding grounds. Storks don't often breed on coastlines. The young storks don't feed on fish, but instead, like all the others, on insects, mice and frogs, which are only found much further inland. However, the extra effort seems to pay off. No one seems to want to challenge their windy seats on the spears. Although the young are already chattering in many nests where the storks have a little more experience, the less experienced have to prepare themselves for a longer wait. They're only newly acquainted, and so a little pampering can do no harm. Plant life is especially sumptuous in the salty sea air. A landscape of bright colours with the marsh daisy and ice plant. Broom cover the sprawling dunes as far as the eye can see. Here we find one of the strangest animals in Europe that one more readily knows from the tropics. One only finds chameleons at the southern edge of our continent. Surly loners who only become social during the mating season. They spend the winter underneath rocks or in crevices. It is only as the temperatures rise that they roam tirelessly. Their source of nutrition is barely discernible to the human eye, and they rely on their sturdy grip as they climb. A laborious undertaking. Their tails are also integral to their climbing abilities, allowing them to suspend themselves like a master among the broom. Chameleons are most impressively camouflaged within the tangle of branches and from a short distance, invisible to the eye. In the most southern part of Portugal, in the Algarve, the climate is almost subtropical. With the winters mild and the summers not too hot, it is like a permanent springtime. Where sand and silt define the view, life has its own unique rhythm. It runs in the cycles of high tide and low tide. When the water recedes, some very unusual creatures appear. Fiddler crabs, like the chameleons, are more at home in Africa. It's no surprise they like the warm temperatures. It is only the males that possess such a large pincer. The females have two small pincers with which they forage in the sand. The oversized pincer of the male can be nearly half of their body weight. It's a mighty weapon best deployed in the intense rivalry battles. Building a den is hard work for the fiddler crabs, and so it's not unknown for them to simply take over the hard work of another. If a polite knock on the door is not enough, then the large pincer comes into play. But even attempts at forced entry are no guarantee of success. A crab will not give up its lair easily. Fiddler crabs are stubborn and have a hard armour. Although the large pincers may be intimidating to their rivals, they actually serve another, quite unique purpose. And that is as a lure for the females. They can wave sometimes for hours unremittingly. Advertising oneself can be very arduous work. If a tentative wave is not enough, then perhaps a little dance routine.